Question number 2.
Yes.
Have you ever had a diva tantrum where you just cuss somebody out?
I never have.
No.
I never have.
So what do you do when you're mad?
Either I hold it in, I internalize a lot. That's
Really?
not good. Yeah, I'll hold it in, or I'll be very vocal to someone who will listen. But I've never really
Done it directly.
cussed. You know what? I'm lying.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
It just hit me. Oh my God.
Who did you cuss out?
This lady on the street.
Really?
It just hit me. We were. A friend of mine was in the store. I had to go, so I parked. And this lady is getting so close to my car, and she's in the car with her son. And I'm thinking, this lady is going to hit me. And sure enough, she hits me. So I get out of the car, and here she gets out of the car, and she starts going off. So I just get pissed off, and I give her a piece of my mind, you guys. I really did at that point.
Oh my gosh.
And then the next thing I know, I have an audience. I forgot about this. And all the people from the stores came out of the store. And they said, you know what? We liked Janet Jackson before, but now we love her.
Because she cussed somebody out. I love it.
What's going on, guys? The cackling hens are back in full force, okay? Because they are upset at Janet Jackson saying that she doesn't believe Kamala Harris is black. She heard that her father's white because, I mean, technically speaking, he had previously identified himself as white. But everybody wants to jump on board the Kamala is black train. Why is this relevant? Because some people are like, why do people keep talking about this? It's because that's what the Democrats are leading with. They're leading with her being a black woman, and therefore you should be excited about it. One of those things is true. She is a woman, but being black, the jury is most definitely still out on that. And there's a lot of evidence that demonstrates and suggests strongly the contrary of that. So people have a right to be skeptical of it. And Kamala Harris herself didn't even embrace it until 2019 when she decided it was time to run for president.
So what do you say to the people questioning the legitimacy of your blackness?
I think they don't understand who black people are. I'm not going to spend my time trying to educate people about who black people are. I was born black, I will die black. And I'm proud of being black. And I'm not going to make any excuses for anybody because they don't understand.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
That said, the cackling hens aren't having it because they're upset. And I got to issue a correction because apparently news came out today that Janet Jackson said that she didn't issue an apology. The last video I posted said that she had apologized, but apparently this woke leftist here pretended that Janet Jackson was issuing an apology because he is an activist. Okay, this activist got canned. He was apparently some sort of part of her staff or something, and he got canned for lying and putting words in Janet Jackson's mouth. That's what his little bitch ass gets. But without further ado, let's go ahead and react to what the cackling hens got to say.
Superstar Janet Jackson just did a wide-ranging interview with British newspaper The Guardian, but most of the focus is on when she was asked her thoughts on VP Kamala Harris possibly become the first black female.
She got her name wrong. She said Kamala. That's incorrect. So Whoopi Goldberg confirmed racist.
President, she said, she answered by saying that she had heard that Harris's father was white, which we all know is false.
That's cap and you know.
Liar! Liars! Listen. Liar!
And a staffer claims that he was fired for issuing an apology.
They love these photos where you can't really see the details. For those of you guys who are actually well-traveled, you know that there's a lot of people, especially if you have some sort of mixed descent, where you can have hair that looks like this. There's other pictures and even video of the guy. I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen so you can see what this guy looks like. And he clearly looks like a Indian man. He doesn't look like some black man. But they love pictures like this, washed out lighting, no close-up where you can't see no details, to try to prove their point. All fabricated.
Issuing an apology in her name, and that her team certified he wasn't authorized to speak on her behalf.
Oh, so they did cover the
Jackson
correction.
has not responded to requests for comment, but no matter how you feel about celebs speaking out politically, you know, is it okay for somebody to say, I don't know, I made a mistake?
Well, she hasn't said that she made a mistake. We don't know what she said because it's been one thing and another. Look, I think Janet Jackson, like every other...
Janet Jackson knows she's right. Janet Jackson, I guarantee you she's smarter than these freaking weirdos on The View. I guarantee that.
American, whether you're a celebrity or not, has a right to endorse, support, or not support whomever they want. So she's got every right to not like Kamala Harris if she doesn't want to.
Anna Navarro actually making sense. 3, 2, 1. Guarantee you that she goes off the rails in the very next thing she says. Guaranteed.
But that's not what she said.
What she doesn't know, what she did was spread misinformation.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you.
And I think it's very irresponsible when you have a platform the way Janet Jackson does to use that platform carelessly to spread misinformation based on a racist allegation by Donald Trump. Right? It was Donald Trump who tried to say Kamala Harris just turned black. So let's just go through the 101.
Donald Trump said that in 2024. Kamala Harris had her race questioned back when she started running for president, when she first claimed that she was black in 2019.
I was born black, I will die black. And I'm proud of being black. And I'm not going to make any excuses for anybody because they don't understand.
Kamala Harris is the daughter of 2 immigrants. Her mother is South Asian from India. Her father is black from Jamaica.
So if you perhaps get, and I'm just saying this for an example, get all your news on Facebook and you lean right of center, that algorithm is monetized and going to tee up information that reinforces your own beliefs. If you're a Trump supporter online, you very likely won't encounter ever some of the worst things that he has said. The same does go for the left. I don't even know the...
Well, we've already covered all the worst things that they claim that he said, and they're all false. Every single one of them.
Partisan breakdown of what happened here, but my guess is she's not looking at great sources of media. And I say all this because it's why I try to not have judgment with Trump voters.
Do you think that these people actually look at any information that contradicts what they believe? Do you think for a second that the cackling hens are going out there and watching Fox News, Sky News Australia? Do you think that they're looking at, hell, independent podcasters, Joe Rogan? You think they're looking at anything that doesn't give them confirmation bias? We've been watching them. If you've been on this channel for a while, you've been watching them for a long time. And before I just started this channel like last year, so you've been watching them for years. You think that these stubborn, pig-headed, dopey behind, cackling women actually ingest different information from different non-biased sources? The people who Whoopi Goldberg sacrificed her whole friendship, years-long friendship with Judge Jeanine over a comment made in jest jovially about Trump derangement syndrome. Sacrificed the entire friendship.
Here's my question for you, because you talk about I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I have. Okay. I have a lot of... I'm tired of people starting a conversation with Mexicans or liars and...
But you know what's horrible? When people who shouldn't be here end up murdering the children of American citizens.
You know what's horrible?
What's horrible
when the president of the United States whips up people to beat the hell out of people.
No.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, and then on the other side of that timeout, Judge Jeanine was no longer in that chair.
What the viewing audience, the television audience, didn't see is that they popped up the cover of my book as she pushed off the desk, unplugged her mic, and then stormed off the set. So I'm there saying, I'm in television. I said, I don't think the segment's over, but I think she just left, Jeanine. I think it's over. So I take off my own mic, and then you have to go down the stairs. I go down the stairs, and she's right there. And I said something like, Whoopi, I spent my whole life fighting for victims, because we had talked about and all that. And she said to me, as she got up in my face, and I read somewhere someone said, well, you should have kept walking. I couldn't walk by her. She was at the bottom of the stairs. She says, F you, F you. And then I said, did you just say F you? And then she said, get the F out of this building, get the F out of this building. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay.
And you didn't do anything to provoke anybody there?
No, you can ask the people that I was with. I mean, she was nuts going off the set, and then when I walked down, and so as I started walking out the building, so this woman is yelling behind me, get the F out of this building. I mean, look, I've been a prosecutor, judge, DA for 30 years. I try murder cases. I can go toe-to-toe with anybody. But that was abuse, and it was sad. It was a sad moment.
Instead, I try to engage them because I find people who are highly educated, highly successful, that support him, but they often don't know of some of the biggest scandals or the worst things that he's said about people or things that he's done.
Imagine if everybody knew about the worst things about Kamala Harris. I got a video coming out that is a tear jerker where Kamala Harris had a parent arrested for truancy, and the daughter had sickle cell disease, anemia, and was always in the hospital, like, constantly. And it's all on video. People don't know about that, or how Kamala Harris kept prisoners to basically be firefighters past their sentencing because she needed people to do the work. So they refused to release them until they fought a few more fires. A lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about Kamala Harris, so why don't we expose people to the bad stuff about Kamala? Why do we got to expose them to made up stuff that y'all made up about Trump? How about we expose them to the reality about Kamala Harris? Why don't we do that?
If you take the judgment out and just kind of get back to facts and then trying to persuade people, it helps.
Asking people, what are you? My biracial friends always struggled with they weren't white enough or they weren't black enough, and they were always left in the middle. The middle is where the world is headed. Yes. And so
Kamala Harris is the one who started it. This is something I need people to realize. Kamala Harris and all her supporters and all of the woke behind Democrats and the cackling hens on the View are the ones who started the whole, well, Kamala Harris is blackity black, 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 so that's why you should support her. That's the #1 reason why people give, why they are supporting Kamala Harris. I've done plenty of videos on this channel with people saying that. You can't say that somebody is something, and then if somebody questions it with valid reasons for questioning it, then get mad. Why are you questioning it? Why are you bringing it up? You brought it up. Stop asking me why I brought it up. You brought it up. If I respond in a way somebody doesn't like, then don't bring it up. Lead with her qualifications. Lead with that. Lead with her achievements. Don't blackity black me to death. And then when I say, well, I don't think she's black, you just have a damn fit. I'm tired of the freaking meltdowns over this.
we need to be more open about people's identities and what they identify as, and have some grace.
Well, I do think you get to identify yourself, and being one of the multiracial people here at the table, I will.
You don't get to identify. These people are saying, okay, if you validly are African American or Irish or I don't know, some other ethnicity, Hispanic, if you are actually that, it makes sense, especially if it's easily provable. But if you go like a solid 50 years, Kamala Harris is like damn near, I think she's like 59. If you go like 50 years talking about you an Indian American and Asian American, and then you suddenly run for president and talk about you black, yeah, people gonna scrutinize you. What the hell is wrong with y'all? These are the same people who don't want you to ask Kamala Harris questions about her record as VP. They don't want you to ask that either. It's not about whether she's black or not, guys. They try to fake outrage this to death. It's not what it's about. What it's really about is they don't want you questioning their second coming of Jesus, which they, for whatever weird reason, believe is Kamala, fake behind black, cackling, lying, communist Kamala Harris. That's really what this is all about. They don't want you questioning her about nothing. They defended her not taking interviews and doing town halls and everything else. They defended everything. Why would they not defend her false claim that Kamala Harris is black? Why would they not defend that? Let's keep it going.
I'll say this. I would handle this the way Kamala Harris has, and that is to give it no air. I think
Kamala Harris doesn't give it air because she's busted. She doesn't even say she's black anymore. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I heard it one time over like months. Ever since NABJ, I've heard Kamala Harris mention being black one time, and she didn't even say I am black. She said it like she was answering a question, and she said you don't need to vote for me because I'm black. I think it was in the Oprah crazy situation with Oprah where she failed miserably during that event as well. That's the only time I've heard her say it. She don't even say it no more. She don't even claim it. I feel like a black person doesn't have any issue claiming it over and over again. Y'all know how black people are. My channel is called Black Anomaly. Even I claim it. Of course, it's obvious I'm very much black, but Kamala Harris doesn't claim it at all, and it's for good reason.
Kamala is breaking barriers just by being in the room. Regardless of whether Janet Jackson thinks she's black or white or Indian, the very fact that she is in the room deconstructs, in my view, the alleged societal norms that we've seen in the nearly 250 years of this country of what a presidential candidate looks like. And so I think that is what matters most.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's the fact that she's there and she's a person of color, that's all y'all care about. Y'all don't care about credentials and qualifications. Y'all just care about race. That's what's so sickening about this. You care about race, even to the point of being desperate enough to fake a race. Imagine faking that you're something that you're not, just so you can break some barrier that you didn't even break. What is this, transracial now? That's what the transgenders do. Now we're doing trans race? You gotta pretend to be something else to break barriers and set records? That's insane.
I also think that when you are biracial or multiracial, you do get to identify yourself in any way in which you choose to identify yourself. Now, she has identified herself as a black woman. She has also said that her mother is Asian. She didn't just become black. And so it's unfortunate that Janet Jackson, an icon, admittedly said, I don't know, I haven't been reading the news these past few days. So I don't know if it comes from misinformation. I don't know if it comes from a lack of information, but all I know is that I don't want to give it this much air.
But well, unfortunately, no, well, right? hold on. Yeah, she's got a phone. Janet Jackson is not a political animal.
Yeah.
She does, she's a musician. Her life is doing this, and she's mourning her brother.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
I am, you know, I sometimes have said stuff, and, you know, I was wrong. But people want you to say something right away. You know, but when people are coming at you saying, hey, you're not paying, you're dumb, you don't know, you know, you don't want to answer people, especially if...
And you're afraid you'll get it wrong in answering.
And it is a pain in the butt, I have to tell you. So sometimes people get it wrong, and they're wrong. They made a mistake, they were wrong. It happens.
Whoopi Goldberg's projecting, this is Whoopi. That's how dumb you are. Don't put your dumb and dopiness on Janet Jackson, one of the greatest of all time. She's one of the greatest musicians and one of the greatest minds that exists. You little pea brains just are so beneath her level, you would never understand. I'm done listening to the cackling hens here. Okay, there's a couple more seconds left in the video, but I can't take no more of these dumb behind birds. Okay, so I would much rather listen to a actually intelligent woman who is actually paying attention, like Janet Jackson. They think that Janet's not paying attention, but I guarantee you that she's getting intelligence from her family, who obviously are a family of geniuses. So they probably are very much privy to what's going on with Kamala Harris. They see the writing on the wall. They trust their gut. They've probably done at least some research. They listened to Judge Joe Brown. They checked the internet. They saw that you check her family tree and you can't find not a lick of African American in her family tree at all. Okay, so it doesn't matter what these people try to say. She went to Howard, like she's from Jamaica, like Elon Musk is from South Africa. Nobody calls him a black man. Okay, like these people are dumb. And I can't believe, I'm sure that some of them, like Sunny, for example, she's one of the more educated ones. I'm sure that she knows that being from Jamaica doesn't make you black, but she's saying it anyway because she is an activist. Guys, all of them are. Anna Navarro now is all over CNN. These people are just glorified activists. I've seen disgusting posts from Anna Navarro online about Trump and Trump supporters. disgusting stuff. That's all these people are now. They are disgusting, gross, nasty people. I appreciate Janet Jackson for standing on business. No apologies. Okay? Stand on business. How dare y'all, so many freaking people, throwing Janet Jackson under the bus, been a black woman her whole life, a actual black woman her whole life. I don't think people know how insulting this is. Been black her whole life. Kamala Harris decides she's black in 2019, and all of a sudden she's Miss Blackity Black, black, and everybody's throwing Janet Jackson under the bus. Lifelong black woman for a person who just only decided she was black in 2019 when it was time to run for president. Y'all need to kiss the blackest part of Janet Jackson's ass for insulting her like that. And these weirdos, I've been listening to Janet Jackson like my whole life, and these weirdos throwing her under the bus for a lady they don't even damn know, who's afraid to do interviews. She won't even talk to y'all. And people are defending her. Foolish. It's so stupid, man. It's so dumb. I am legit angry. Ain't no acting over here on the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm pissed because these people are so damn dumb. I'm done with this video. Look, let me know what you guys think about this. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
You get the fuck out of here, bro.
Oh, God.